jacket's in here.
Set speed.
You got it?
Rolling.
Camera V, speed.
Some people sitting on
Alright,
it.
so,
It's not very-
alright guys, settle down, we're gonna
Alright,
roll.
quiet.
So another thing to remember is when you're talking, you're always looking at camera A.
Okay.
Camera A. So if we ask you a question, try to remember to look back at the camera and answer it.
Okay.
Because in my experience, we've sometimes captured like the best of your story.
And you're looking over there.
over there.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian?
Don't get the air under her right arm. Nozzle air.
Yeah, yeah, we always want to see
There
the
you go.
shape.
There you go.
So Susan, you could start with, a 2-minute version of your
Okay.
story.
All right.
And then we'll go back with the questions.
Okay. Tell me when.
You're queuing, right?
And
I have been overweight my whole life. Sometimes a lot, sometimes a little. And somewhere around 43, I caught myself on television. I had an amazing day. I won a trip for my family to Disney World. It was so cool. And then I got home that night and saw myself on television, and it just completely took the wind out of my sails. I was tired all the time. I have 4 kids, and I spent so much time chasing after them and wanting to make an incredible life for them, but dragging behind. And this was a way for me to take control and to be the person that I truly felt like on the inside, but my outside wasn't matching. And meeting Dr. Sadek and learning everything that his team had to offer and seeing how quickly and how safely I could get to a weight that makes me feel comfortable was such a blessing and such a gift. And 8 months later and 101 pounds later, here I am.
Cut.
Good.
Ken,
Yep.
James, you guys ready?
Set
Chris?
speed.
2 is rolling.
Yep.
I have been overweight my whole life. Sometimes a lot overweight, sometimes a little overweight. I remember wearing size 14 pants in the 8th grade, which was a real struggle. And a couple years ago, I caught myself on television. I was fortunate enough to go on a TV show, and I won a trip for my family to Disney World. I was on top of the world driving home. And when I got home and saw myself on the show, it was hard. It was hard to see that outside doesn't match who I felt like on the inside. And it broke my heart. And I decided that day that it was time to take control, and it was time for me to match. It was time for the inside me and the outside to me to look the same. And I went ahead and started researching, and I spent a lot of time doing that and finding the right doctor at the right time. And Dr. Sadek fit all those bills for me. He checked all the boxes. They're so smart, they're so competent, they're so caring, and they really made me feel comfortable with this choice. And I knew that I would have the support and the longevity. It wasn't just a quick fix. It wasn't something that they would be there for the surgery and that would be it. I knew that this was a lifelong thing that we were going to do together. And he did amazing things for me. He gave me back my confidence. He made me feel on the outside like I felt on the inside. And I'm so thankful.
Cut. Well done. Yep.
Set speed.
Rolling here. Chris?
2 is rolling.
Speed. So Susan, tell us, what was it like to be overweight?
It's exhausting being overweight. It's hard to find clothes that you feel comfortable in.
Sorry, they're talking in the background.
Yeah, I'm not hearing.
Okay, just in case.
Yeah.
You need a megaphone? Tell everyone to be quiet.
You need a car.
And again, this is all about honesty. It's just about
I'm all the way in,
bonafide,
right?
bonafide honesty. Just be
You're on the
truthful
other
and
way.
honest.
Yeah. Yeah, just make sure that, you have enough on the right.
You need a water? You got it.
I'm good.
I'm actually still rolling here.
Still speed.
Okay,
Still
ready?
speeding.
So yes, Susan, just tell us a little bit what life was like when you were overweight.
Being overweight is exhausting, and you don't realize it until you're not. Buying clothes is misery. Trying to find something that you feel good in is not easy. And when you finally do, you buy 8 of them because that's all you got. It's exhausting chasing your kids around. We live very close to a theme park and we go often, and trying to keep up with them was hard. And I didn't want to be the mom that said no. I didn't want to not let them have these awesome experiences. Trying to go to the beach and drag the beach buggy behind you. It's so hard. And you get there and you're huffing and puffing and you feel uncomfortable because you're wearing a bathing suit and the kids are screaming, and it's so hard. And this past summer was amazing. I didn't have any of those struggles.
Good, good.
Talk a little bit about the physical pain
Okay.
aspect of it, you know, the struggles that you
Okay.
went through physically.
Physically, we took a trip to the Carolinas and we laid down at night and my ankles were swollen. And I said, your ankles don't get swollen if you're a normal person. I mean, maybe if you're pregnant, and you know, I've done that 4 times, so I've been there, but I had a fat person problem, and that really scared me. I said, oh my gosh, I'm starting to have issues. You know, I made it through a good part of my life being overweight, but being relatively healthy. And when I started to see things like that, I got really scared. My cholesterol got super high, and that was terrifying. The thought of my heart being in danger and not being around to take care of my kids was terrifying for me.
Talk a little bit about, did you guys cut?
Cut,
Cut and roll again.
It's clean.
roll camera.
And roll it.
Speed.
So Susan, talk a little bit about, you just spoke about the emotional pain, the physical pain. Talk a little bit about the emotional pain.
Okay.
You know, things like embarrassment, those sorts of things.
Trying to fit on rides with my kids, I couldn't get in the rides with them. I got incredibly claustrophobic being overweight because everything was so tight and it was scary. I hated the idea of being in any kind of small space. I hated going on rides with the kids. I stopped doing it, and that broke my heart. I broke a chair once. I sat down in a chair on our deck, and I know the chair was dry rotted, but it doesn't matter. The fact that I sat in it and that's when it broke, it was horrible.
Who was there, can I ask a question? Who was there? Were you by yourself?
No, our whole family was on the
Okay,
deck.
So we talk
Yeah.
about that a little, because that's a story we hear from
Roll.
people.
Mm-hmm.
Good one.
Okay. We sorry.
Hold on.
You guys.
I'm speed. Speed.
Karen, can you tell them to be quiet in there? Can she just go tell them to be quiet? Because I saw you look up when they were banging the iron in there.
Okay. All right, Susan.
Let her come back in. I'm gonna stay rolling.
Yeah, and really think about your, your kids and what that meant to you as a mother.
What were you doing?
The chair thing is a great story, happens to
Yeah.
so many people, once your BMI passes a certain amount. And I really want that story, that will resonate with a lot of people.
That was great. So yeah, so
We're
talk about
rolling it.
the feeling
Mhm.
inside when that happened.
Okay.
Jan was saying other people
Sure.
looking on,
Yeah.
and you know,
Mhm.
the experience of that.
Okay.
And other people rationalize it, like it was rotting, it could have happened
Mhm.
to anybody, and
Yeah, then you're right.
It didn't happen
You
to
think
us.
about that,
Yeah.
that's a rationalization.
Yeah.
Like you don't want that to be reality, but it was.
It was, yeah.
Okay, ready? And
We had a barbecue once, and all of our family was out on the deck. I don't know, 15 or 20 people were hanging out there, and I sat down in a chair, and the chair completely gave way out from under me, and I fell through it. It looked like a cartoon. It was horrifying, and you can't get out of the chair, and you can't get out of this body. And I had to find a way to get out of both, and I've done that.
Cut. And roll.
Stuff though, but this
this is
is.
something you would have written.
Speed.
Yeah.
Alright, we're rolling for next question.
kind of,
I would go jump to 3, to just, we might jump around a little bit here,
Sure.
but so listening to one, jump to three and talk about, like, was there a moment where you felt like you hit rock bottom? Are we rolling?
No.
We are.
We are rolling, okay. So that you felt, this was one of the moments, but talk about that, you just had enough.
I think when you are in the dressing room at a store and you're trying to find something in your size and they no longer have your size in a store, that really messes with you and that really makes you rethink what's going on. I mean, people would always tell me, oh, you're so pretty, it's okay, and you're so nice, it's okay, and you're not that heavy. I was that heavy. I was almost 300 pounds. I was wearing a size 22 pants, and I couldn't shop in a regular store. I had to shop in a plus size store, and that was it for me. Once I realized that these cute little outfits that other people are putting together on Pinterest, they're not for me, and I really want that, and I really want to just feel normal, and I do. I finally feel normal, and it's such a gift.
Great.
Beautiful.
Really good stuff in there. Okay, good.
Rolling,
Okay,
guys?
so we're gonna jump up to the second question. Now talk about like that moment, whether it was this moment that you just, this experience that you just spoke of, was the moment that you decided like I have to have, I need to look into
Yeah.
surgery, or what made you make the call, say like I'm going to do this?
Yeah. Tell me when to go.
Everybody settles good, and
So I have a friend who also had the surgery about 6 months before me, and I kept watching her journey because it's been something I've considered for so many years. I unfortunately had an endoscopy done when I was 18 years old, and I was wide awake for it, which I finally learned recently was not how they're supposed to be performed. It's what held me back for years and years from having the surgery. And when I saw my friend Tracy have the surgery and do well, I said, holy crap, if Tracy can do this, I can totally do this. And seeing somebody else do it really motivated me and really empowered me, and I want so bad to be that for somebody else who's in the boat that I was in. I want to tell you, you totally can do this. You are strong enough, you are smart enough, you are amazing enough, and you can do this too.
Cut and roll.
Amen.
Very good, very good. What I like about this is that we have like a nice mix of
Oh my
the
God.
really good, positive, like I did this and I'm empowered.
Yes.
And she has the breakdown emotional stuff, which is so
Yeah.
human.
Right.
The range of emotions. I think it's great.
we want to go to next, Kenny. You want to go to?
Can we just ask her something, and you might know how to word this better than me. When you saw that TV footage, in your head you were thinner? Okay, can we talk about
Yeah.
that, how she didn't have a body, she didn't have a good perception of her own
Rolling.
shape
Good.
and
That's
size
that's getting inside the story. I like that. That your
Sure.
feelings about, you had thought you were X, but you weren't.
Right.
Great.
When I saw myself on the television show, in my mind, I wasn't that heavy. I was chubby. It was okay, but I wasn't that heavy. And I'm standing there next to a television chef who's a large man, and I'm the same size as the large man. And I said, oh my gosh, what in the world? And I realized that the shirt I had on, my daughter looked at it later and said, Mom, that's a dress. And I said, oh my God, I'm wearing a shirt that's a dress. Like, I totally had no concept of how big I had gotten. I'm tall, so I was always able to dress myself well enough and be proportioned enough to look okay. But when you see it in color in front of your face, you can't deny it.
Cut.
That's another really common.
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about that dress.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're rolling. So
Okay. Yeah, so the dress that I had on, I realized was actually a shirt, or I'm sorry, I'm doing it backwards. The shirt that I had on was actually a normal person's dress. I did not realize when I had purchased it because it looked like a shirt to me. So you put a pair of jeans on with it and it's a shirt, but most people would have worn it as a dress, and that was it broke my heart to realize that I couldn't wear what other people were wearing and I couldn't be normal.
Just want to go back for one thought. The moment you decided, do you remember like the moment you decided to
I don't
go?
know,
go
yeah.
for help?
Do you remember?
It's hard and, you know, it's okay if you don't.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, if you were shopping and, you know, you looked in the mirror.
For
and
me,
you-
it was a pile on, you know, it was
Right.
this plus this plus this
That's-
plus this plus
that's
this. And, you know, I can tell you what it was. Dr. Sadek had something called a balloon where you could swallow the balloon and not have to have the surgery, and it fills up your stomach and everything. And because I had had the bad experience with the endoscopy, I thought, great, I don't have to have the endoscopy. I can just go in and swallow this balloon and that'll fix it. And so it's for 10 years I've wanted the surgery, but that was the minute when I saw that there was another option available. Now, I ended up not having that option because he said, you have too much to lose, that's not gonna work for you. So it may not work for this, but the moment that I decided to call and to go was when I realized there were other options available, not just surgery.
Right. That's a, you know,
Yeah.
those are your procedure options.
Yeah, right.
And I was wanting to get more at the emotional
Yeah.
moment, you know, that.
I can't remember a specific thing, unfortunately.
There probably were several.
I'm sure,
You
yeah.
know, it's like anything.
It's-
If anyone's having a
You know-
problem, they may gradually get to the point
Yeah.
where they say, I need help.
Mhm.
But sometimes there's just a defining reason or moment, or maybe it's something, like a lot of times you get something your child said to you, or,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you went to a soccer game and didn't want to get out of the car, like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, if you have any of that, just spend like one more minute on
Okay.
that, then we'll move on.
And I think if I could just, I think when you were talking about when you were in the clothing store and you were looking for clothes and you were in the dressing room
But she just-
and you realized in that dressing room where you were all on camera.
Speed.
So yeah, so Susan, take a nice deep breath again. Just close your eyes and just tell us how important it was to take control of your health.
I am a complete and utter control freak.
Oh, please, truck.
Stay rolling.
Here we go. And
I am a complete and utter control freak. I plan everything to the tooth, and not being in charge of my own health really was hard. It was the one thing that I couldn't get my finger on. I tried every diet there was. I tried every exercise there was. I did everything that you were supposed to do, and nothing worked. And to be able to find the one thing that works and will continue to work. It's not just a quick fix. It's not just you lose the weight and then you pray it stays off. This is something that will last for my life, and it will ultimately help me have a longer and healthier life. And I'm so thankful to be in control.
good.
So give me some, like, sentences like, I was finally able to control my health. I finally felt healthy. Pause. Like, let me hear like expressions.
Okay.
You would say 4, 5, 6, 7 words tops. Like,
Okay.
You know, it was amazing how great I finally felt. You know, I mean, I want to use little
Okay.
snippets about how your health
Okay.
is back.
Okay. I feel like I am brand new out of the box. I feel like my life has started over. I feel younger now than I felt 10 years ago. Having my health,
Sorry.
Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. Stay with that, Susan. So,
Okay.
go ahead.
I feel healthier now than I think I was at 22. I love waking up every day and not feeling tired and exhausted. I love my new body, and I love feeling healthy.
I love having my health. Use
Okay.
your arms.
Okay.
So get those.
Yeah.
Chris?
I love feeling healthy. I love having my health.
Yeah, let's cut there, guys.
Okay.
Good.
Good. I want those, you know, you know, the support of your husband or your kids or your sisters or your brothers?
My family has been incredible through this whole process, and it has really helped our entire family. I have learned how to be a better cook. I have learned healthier things that we should all be eating, and everyone in my house has benefited from the surgery. The support that my husband and my children have given me has been unbelievable. I feel more loved and more safe and more content than I ever have in my whole life, and it's amazing.
Good. Good, let's move on. How did the surgery?
And roll.
Right,
Speed.
rolling?
Mhm.
Talk about how the surgery went and the results and, you know, how
Okay.
happy you are.
Okay, sounds good. The surgery was amazing. Having it done laparoscopically is such a treat. You're out of the hospital in less than 24 hours. I was on the elliptical within a week, which I couldn't believe. I had 0 complications, thank God. Dr. Sadek really fine-tunes everything so that you don't have to worry. You can put your complete trust in him and in his staff, and you don't have to worry. You can just take care of yourself and get better. I have lost 101 pounds in 8 months, and I feel unbelievable. I'm so happy.
Susan, can you just try that, just a little more energy? The surgery was amazing.
Okay.
And then I lost,
Okay,
okay?
Yep.
Maybe put that together.
Sure.
But just a little bit more energy with that.
Also talk about, you know, the surgery being amazing is one thing, and that's fine,
Yeah.
but, you know, that it wasn't as hard as you thought it would
Sure.
be. It was smooth, it went
Yes.
so well, you know, I was a little nervous at first, but oh my God, it went, you know, it was like.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
We got ready and.
Anytime you have surgery, you're going to be nervous because you're not the one performing the surgery. Things could go wrong. And I never got to the point where I decided not to have it. It wasn't that scary. Dr. Sadek always made everything feel safe, and I felt comfortable. And to be 8 months down the road and down 101 pounds is amazing. It's the most incredible feeling.
Great. Good.
a little bit more, for, you know, the
Yeah,
things,
it's good
like
to
you
get.
said, you were, you know, like, oh my God, I just had the surgery and 2 weeks later I'm on the elliptical. You know, just like, I had the surgery, was happy with it, it was wonderful, and the things I can do now,
Yeah.
64.
wow.
I'm gonna dump it after this.
Ready?
Losing 101 pounds gives you incredible freedoms. You can go shop in any stinking store you want, and they have something that will fit you. You can order stuff online in a medium, and when it shows up, the doggone thing fits you. The things that I can do, getting on rides with my kids, no problem. Taking a car trip, I'm not stressed out about, you know, being in control and where are we gonna stop and what am I gonna have to eat, and I don't worry about those things anymore. My family and I went to Niagara Falls a few weeks ago and we did indoor skydiving. I would never in a million years have put on that suit and wrote down on a piece of paper how much I weigh so that other people could see it, and we went indoor skydiving. I mean, I'm doing incredible things. We're planning a trip to Belize in December, and I'm going snorkeling because I don't give a crap what anybody thinks how I look in my bathing suit, because now I look good. So the world has opened back up for me, and I'm living again.
That was great, I'm living again is a perfect way to end that.
Skydiving, you
Yeah.
know, we went skydiving and, you know, for the first time, I felt great about writing down my weight, which I think that's a real
Okay.
accessible thing for people, so.
Sure.
You guys rolling?
Speed.
Also talk about your confidence too, so we're moving on to, so
Okay.
everything Brian said, and then your self-confidence improving,
Okay.
how you feel about yourself.
Okay.
Here we go, ready?
So we went indoor skydiving recently, which I never would have done before, because when you fill out the paperwork, they ask you to write down your weight. Who wants to write down their weight on a piece of paper and show it to a stranger? But I did it because it's a good number now. I'm not sad at it. And my confidence is so much more than it used to be. I always felt this way on the inside, but I couldn't get it out. It was stuck. And now that I am walking around looking like I felt on the inside, it's just a million times better.
Great, awesome.
What's Sadek's tagline about resolution? We are the
You have
solution.
a solution.
Yep.
What is it, I'm sorry?
We are the solution.
New Year's resolution, we are the solution.
So the point being that, you know, you don't have to make a resolution anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But like, kind of take us through when you had that resolution, what you tried,
Sure.
how long it lasted.
Okay, just wanna check something. Good.
You guys good?
Yep. Thank you. Rolling. Speed.
Speed.
Speed. Nice deep breath.
So every January, you wake up and you have a resolution to get healthy, right? And every January, you join the gym and you eat green beans and you do all the things you're supposed to do. And then somewhere around February 14th, somebody shows up with a box of chocolate and the whole thing goes out the window. I no longer have to worry about that. I no longer have to worry about waking up and saying, okay, we got to get this back under control. We got to lose that 10 pounds. We got to do whatever, because it's not an issue anymore. I found the solution, and there will be no more resolutions.
Speed.
Speed.
So you've got your amazing Thanksgiving dinners, you've got Christmas cookies all month of December, and somewhere around January 29th, you realize that, you know, you probably have a vacation planned in the winter and you're gonna have to put a bathing suit on in June, and oh my gosh, what do I do? So you start making deals with God that if he takes these 50 pounds off of you, you'll go to church more, or, you come up with the crazy plans and the different things you're gonna try. You join the gym, you go on the internet and see what's the best way to lose weight for your blood type or your body type or what fad's going on, and you try it all, and none of it sticks, none of it stays, none of it is permanent, and this solution is permanent. This solution is not only helps you get the weight off, but will help you keep the weight off, and that is the main reason that I chose this solution.
Talk a little bit more about, just give me some snippets of, I'll never make a resolution again.
Okay.
No more resolutions.
Yeah.
Fire up
Okay.
30 seconds of that.
Okay. Every time you make a new resolution and you break it, you lose a little bit of yourself. And not having to do that anymore is such a gift. Knowing that this is going to be what works and there will be no more resolutions is amazing.
You can cut there.
Let's go to number 8. Experience with the surgical bariatrics of New Jersey.
Okay.
You guys rolling?
Speed.
When you walk into Dr. Sadek's office, you feel calm and you feel relaxed. Everything is designed to help you feel at home. And meeting every single person, from the wonderful ladies at the desk to the insurance coordinator, they make everything flawless for you. I am a control freak, and I love that they give you a nice little packet and everything is in order, and you don't have to think hard, you just do it. And personally, I needed that. I needed somebody to hold my hand and to walk me through these steps and to make it easy, and they did that. They don't judge you. It is hard to walk in and say, I need help losing weight. And they don't judge you. They don't make you feel shamed. They want to be there and be that for you, and they want to help you. And that's incredible. I can't thank them enough. They saved my life, and I'm grateful every single day.
How would you recommend them to a friend?
I'll cut it.
Very good, Susan. Here we go. Nice to
So I want to do a little more CTA, so recommend,
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Dr. Sadek and his team.
Yeah.
And
Call to
advanced,
action.
Have any of your friends gone?
Yeah.
So let's get into that. Because they've seen your success is so obvious.
And here we go.
If you are considering having weight loss surgery, please go see Dr. Sadek. I promise you that you will be so happy with your choice. I have personally sent at least 3 friends. There are more coming along the pike, but I feel so comfortable telling them that he's the guy you want to go to. His team, his office staff, the hospital staff, everybody that he puts you into contact with is top-notch and has been vetted, and he has made sure that you are going to have an incredible experience and you are going to be super happy with your results.
Can we get another version of that?
Yeah,
Here
yeah.
we go. It's,
We need quicker snips too,
Okay,
yeah, so maybe just condense it.
okay.
or just cut it up.
Yeah, exactly. Try to think of, little sound bites, like, Dr. Sadik is amazing.
Mhm.
Pause. His team, so that we have editable
Like
chunks.
my friends,
Mhm.
they're going there too.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go. And
Dr. Sadik and his team are incredible, and if you go, you will have an amazing experience too, I promise. I have a number of friends who have seen him, who have had the procedure as well, and a number who are about to, and I feel so comfortable recommending him to them. The entire staff, the office staff, the hospital staff, you will not meet a person who is not rooting for you, and it's incredible.
That was
good.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
great.
good.
The pauses were
certainly
great.
that's gonna be,
Yeah, this is where, we already started to do this, but, I'm looking for, these little, great little lines that gonna make Dr. Sadik famous and you famous and everyone happy. So just, in one word or a short sentence, talk about your experience. Like, going to Dr. Sadik was, you just said some of that, but it was so amazing. It was, life-changing. In your own words, give us
Okay.
great little gems.
Okay. No pressure.
No, no pressure at all.
but you know what, but
Yeah.
just be honest.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
be
there's no
honest
judging. It's,
of what it was meant to you.
yeah.
Because it's really about your life experience.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ready, settle?
Yep.
And
There are moments in your life when you make choices. And the choice that I made to have this procedure done with Dr. Sadik is one of those life-altering moments that I'll never be able to express how thankful I am for it.
great. Life is about choices, and I made the right choice by having this procedure with Dr. Sadik. Ready? Here we go.
Life is about choices, and this choice that I made to have this procedure with Dr. Sadik is the best choice I've ever made.
A little more, cute. Dr. Sadik is the one.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of give you
There are a
some
lot of,
little, like,
you have a lot of
thought-
choices in weight loss surgery. You have a lot of people
Yeah.
you could see. This is the guy you want to see, and
There you go.
Yeah.
This is the guy you want to see,
Yeah,
like, very conversational,
Yeah.
that's what I'm looking for.
okay.
Here we go. And settle.
You have a lot of choices in weight loss surgery. There are a lot of different procedures and a lot of different people you can see. Dr. Sadik is the guy you want to see.
That's good. You like that, John?
Oh, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe something about how if you're just sick of the yo-yoing and the up and
Here we go. Speed. And
How many of us have lost the same 20 pounds over and over again? This will help you in so many ways. It will help you get the weight off, and it will help you keep the weight off, and that is amazing.
Saying like, no more yo-yos,
okay.
no more,
I'm slouching down, I'm slipping.
no more diets.
Yeah, yeah.
here we go. Settle.
Chris?
Ready?
You know what's the most amazing part is that I no longer ever have to be on a diet again. I never have to yo-yo. I never have to move up 10 pounds and oh, sorry.
Okay. Here we go. One beat and
I think what's the most amazing part is that I'm never gonna have to diet again. I now have a healthy lifestyle, and I will never be yo-yoing.
Let's move on to 10. What would you say to someone, and you've been doing going through this, but what would you say to someone who's considering it? This is so.
if someone's on the fence like you were when you're afraid of the endoscopy
Right.
part, there's a lot of people on that fence. They think it's radical.
Yeah,
yeah, and from the personal experience of it having it to go through it,
Right.
the doubt.
So, you know,
Okay.
also, you know, it's like, don't worry, this is
Yeah, it's not
okay.
scary.
And you
It's
know
not,
what's funny
yeah.
is men are much more likely to die from even a little bit of obesity than women, and men don't get the surgery hardly at all.
They're more apt to die?
Apt to die. Like women will suffer through being mildly obese or obese, but they won't have the stroke or the heart attack, but men have them every
On
day.
everything.
They kill.
Gotcha.
About losing weight,
Yeah.
so it's like,
Do you
don't
bring
worry,
extra battery?
you can do this.
Yeah.
It's safe, it's doable, it's,
Yeah.
it works, and it's all okay.
I was where you are and I had doubts, but,
Yeah, okay.
okay, here we go. And
Speed.
I know what it's like to be afraid. I know what it's like to want to have the surgery, but not be sure you can do it. It's surgery. It's, you know, it feels scary, but I have had such an amazing experience through this whole process. I've never felt terrified. I've never felt nervous. I've always felt like the team totally had my back and was going to help me get through any little bumps that came in the road. And I'm just mad at myself that I didn't do it 10 years ago. It's my only regret.
Give me some short things like, you got this,
Okay.
you can do it, they've got your back.
Yeah.
Like, just rapid fire,
Okay.
leave spaces in between.
Yeah.
here we go. And
I promise you can do this. This is not the hardest thing in the world. It is doable. You got this. I am rooting for you.
Good, I like you got this. Give me 5 of those in a row. Just,
Okay.
you got this.
Okay.
You got this. You
Okay.
can be very
here it is. That's right. Here we go, settling
Hang
and
on, we have a new patient coming through. Let's just get him into the back, Colin.
If you could just actually follow me, we'll just turn it back, yeah. Sorry, guys.
It's all right. You look very dapper.
Thank you.
this is exciting. This is exciting stuff, right? It is, it's exciting stuff. Here we go. Ready and,
You got this.
sorry,
Truck. I'm getting good at the truck.
And
You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this.
more like, you
Yeah.
got this.
You got this. You really, truly got this.
You can do it, so you
Yeah.
can do it.
You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it.
Good,
Cut.
good. Anything?
Because that's torture.
Yeah.
Guys ready?
Speed.
I think what's the most amazing part is that your insurance covers this. You get help. You don't have to fight this fight alone, and you don't have to keep fighting the same fight. It ends. You're good. You're healthy. You're strong. You got this.
You're excellent.
Cut.
Cut. You good?
Okay, it's on you. Right into the camera.
Super weird.
And just do a couple different things. And hold it a little longer than you
Okay.
would think
Think you
is
should.
awkward.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can even count like 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Tell me when.
Do you want to direct this?
Sure, yeah.
Please help.
You're good. Super cash. There you go. But you're right with the twisting and turning. There it is. There you go. And then hold. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Then do another twist. 1, 2, 3. Then another one. 1, 2, 3.
Miss Kiki,
There you
I
go.
love you.
2, 3.
I love Miss Kiki.
There you go. And that one with the big laugh. Or just pretend I said something funny. There you go.
Rolling? Good.
Good. Alright.
You did these poses?
Yeah, we
These?
call it, we
Oh,
help
yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Super
and then
awkward.
pause,
It's
1,
super
2, 3.
awkward.
Okay, now I want you to
It's
do, I
No,
want you,
you're not.
I want you to do one. Come here, come over here. I want you to do one. I want you to do one for your husband, then wink at him.
No, I like that.
Here you
Yeah,
go. Ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn.
Ready? Just give me a nice simple wink.
Yeah, that's good. Alright.
Good job.
That was great.